When the children of Israel was being led by Moses, and I want y'all to think about this, because many of you said to me today that you trust God. But do you honestly know God and His nature and His attributes? Do you know God, Spirit? Do you know Him in the personhood? Do you know Him in the life? Do you know that He's self-existence? Do you know He's unchanging? Do you know that He's unlimited in time and in space? Do you know that He is one God and there is none nowhere? Or are you like the children of Israel when they were being led, Benji, by Moses and by the Spirit of God? And they came to the Red Sea because Pharaoh and his army was following behind them. After they seen God to work all of these wonderful, beautiful miracles through the operation of the plagues, they get to this place at the Red Sea, and because they feel like the enemy is coming in close to them, Angelisa, is right on their trail, they feel like their back now was against the wall, and they began to say to Moses, was it because there was no grave that was in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die? What was they saying? You could have left us where we was. I thought you said that God was going to deliver us into the promised land. So when things didn't go quite like they wanted them to go, Vanjie, they then began to question the path that God had sent them. They began to question the path that God sent them down because they thought that they shouldn't have to face adversities. Isn't that what we are today? Because we have afflictions and because we have bills due, you forget about what God did for you just last week? Huh? You forget that God opened the door that no man could have opened but Him? God kept you in your right mind when you thought that you were supposed to lose that half that you had? You forgot how quickly we forget what God has brought us through. Does this sound like trust in the Almighty, the all-knowing God? Do they seem to acknowledge Him in all their ways? Who but God know the very path we must take to reach the place He Himself have designed for us? Woo! I felt it. Thank you, Jesus. Matthew Henry commentary reads 3, 5, and 6. We must trust in the Lord with all our hearts, believing He is able and wise to do what is best. Did y'all catch that? He is able. Who is He? Who is He? So God is able and He's wise enough to know what is best. The thing that I say to you on today is to get to know God, and you will get to know the thing of God. Come on and put your hands together.